Great Tuesday. Got one for you. If you're dealing with somebody that's sort of like a burden, little camouflage hater, all of that, I got the title for you. You hanging with a dust buddy. You heard of a dust bunny? So what we accumulate sometimes, we have dust buddies, and you just hanging around them. They hanging around you for what apparent reason, I have no clue. But if you begin to take a little moment out and evaluate your crowd, your surroundings, then you can realize if you have a dust buddy. You know what I mean? You know what a dust buddy is someone that you have to leave behind. So as long as you're traveling around with that dust buddy, then you just got a whole bunch of dust clinging to you, and eventually you're going to get sinuses, and it ain't going to turn out good. So the dust buddy has to be released for you to even advance. And a lot of people even hang on to dust buddies since childhood. A dust buddy is a dust buddy. Some people leave them behind. Some people still just hang on to them and all of that, and it's not healthy. You get rid of the dust buddy, and you're going to leave them in the dust, buddy. It's time to advance. If you're hanging on to somebody that you shouldn't be hanging on to, even companionship and a relationship, don't play with yourself. You know what I mean? If you got to drop the zero, as my Uncle Nate used to say, and get with that hero, you better drop that zero and get with that hero. You know what I mean? Male or female. The truth be told, I ain't here to sit up there and play with you. I ain't here to pamper you, give you the pacifier and all that. I'm coming to turn you into a grown person. It's grown folk stuff. And that's just being honest. You know what I mean? Dust buddy. If you got a dust buddy, which is like the spears that cling to you, you got to get rid of that dust buddy. You know what I mean? That dust buddy got to go. You got to start meditating, praying. You got to do whatever it takes to get that demon off of you, that demon that you hanging on to, you know what I mean? Like y'all just real cool. That's a dust buddy. You got to let that dust buddy go, because that dust buddy stopping you from becoming. And if you being stopped by yourself, by hanging on to a dust buddy, it's not the dust buddy fault. It's your fault, buddy. You know what I mean? So if you hanging on to that dust buddy, that's your free will of choice. We got senses. We got things that happen that show us who people are, but we don't accept it sometimes. And that's a form of denial of yourself, denying yourself to become who you are. You hold yourself up to hang on to a dust buddy.